I'm Jonathan Clarke. Joining me live in the studio from American Idol and from a great New York City band, Pray for the Soul of Betty. Represented New York very well, I might add, in the show.
Thank
Constantine Maroulis. I'm pronouncing that properly?
Yes, beautiful. Thank you, Jonathan.
Welcome to the show, man. Good to have you here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And, well, I wanted to ask this question, but, I mean, the women must be just going nuts for you. I mean, has it completely changed your life?
My life has definitely changed drastically since my time on the show. Very lucky, to have that opportunity to get out there in front of a huge audience and do my thing and put the band on the map and open lots of doors for myself and the guys and hopefully a bunch of my other struggling artist friends, too.
Right, exactly. So the first time I saw you on American Idol was when, we were talking about this earlier. You're in this band. Somehow you managed to get audition for American Idol. Then you actually get on the show. And then they actually, which I thought was a pretty cool thing, they taped your band's reaction to you getting on the show.
Yeah, they had no idea that was going to happen, the band.
So tell me what happened and how that happened.
A friend of mine, Jessica, who will be listening out there. What's up, baby? Who I owe, a great deal to for convincing me to go on this audition, because it has changed my life. And I didn't know what to think of it at first. We sort of decided the night before to take the $20 Chinatown bus down to D.C., the
audition was in D.C.,
In
right?
D.C., yeah. It was the biggest city they had. It was over 20,000 people there sleeping in the streets and everything. It was pretty crazy. So we went down there, we rolled the dice, and here we are, I didn't tell the band, so when I was talking to the producers post my initial audition, they're like, "Really? You didn't tell the band, huh? Well, this is great. We got to..."
They start salivating.
Oh, yeah,
they
loved it. So, brought them up there. Didn't tell the band. They were kind of pissed at me for a while. They're like, "Why didn't you just tell us that this was going to happen?" And, I was trying to think ahead. I was thinking, well, the drama, the spontaneity of the reveal, I thought it would be great for us and for the excitement
of the show. Sure, the band will
get
some exposure out of it, sure,
So they really didn't know what was up. They didn't even know who Seacrest was when he came in. They're like, "Who's this dude?"
Who's this dude with, the perfect hair? I mean, what's up? So, here you are, a rock dude, which I think is great for the show. You and Bo Bice, they really hadn't had that on the show before. So, your reaction to potentially becoming a pop star. Here you're a guy from New York. You're playing the clubs in the city. You're a rock guy. That's what you want to do. And all of a sudden, this happens. And did you think, well, maybe I could, do that Clive Davis pop? You
got to remember, I've grown up listening to all sorts of music. Yes, I play in a very distinct rock and roll band, Pray for the Soul of Betty, but I also grew up listening to Nat King Cole and Sinatra, and I studied classically at the conservatory in Boston. So, I've done a lot of theater and Shakespeare and stuff like that. I try to be as diverse as possible. So, I'd like to make all sorts of different records, really. So, yeah, sure, there was some hesitancy because the band was starting to heat up a bit before the show, and then this sort of, really put us on the map, which is great and all. But, I figured roll with it. I'm not getting any younger. This is a great opportunity. I thought that I could spin
Dude, you're not getting any older. Come on. Come on.
I figured I could flip it and make it work for me and for everyone else.
So there was also all this controversy about another New Yorker on the show, Mario, who left the show early. Did he get a record deal?
I don't even know.
You have any idea?
No.
The guy can sing his ass off.
Oh, Mario's great, and I wish him the best, and he was a good buddy of mine on the show, and knowing Mario, I'm sure he's up to some good things.
So you get through the whole auditioning process. You finally make it on the show now, and then you get to the final 12. Do you move into a house right away then with all these people?
Well, they did it a little differently this year. They had us in a different sort of setting. They wanted to make it more about the show and the artistry and that progression rather than, sort of real world-esque, living and stuff like that. So and I think it worked out. Yeah, there was, and I think that proved itself on the show. I think the show leaped, light years in comparison to past seasons. The production value, the storylines.
Were you all living together though?
We were all living together.
Oh, okay. Right.
In sort of separate units. It was like an apartment complex. Very, very nice. They took very good care of us on the show.
When you picked your songs for the show, did you do a lot of, what was it like working with, they have a house band and a music director or something that you work with, right, when you do those songs?
It's one of the most professional experiences I've ever had. They have incredible people, just huge guns in the industry working with you side by side, but they really want your input. And me, as someone who had been doing it for a while with the band, with Betty, with shows and school, I had a lot of input. So if you look back, I picked songs that were a little out of the box and sort of challenging and
out of the box,
risky,
I like that.
So they just rolled with it with me, and I would sit down and be like, this is the arrangement, this is how I like it, and they would have their input, or, vice versa. So
who I really loved on the show also was Nadia. I thought she was so different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
She's a cool chick.
And what happened to all the, did you stay in touch with these people?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're going to be touring all summer together.
That's right.
We have this mega tour with the top 10, just plowing through, 43 cities this summer. We're going to be at Nassau.
Yeah, I saw that.
We're going to be at Brendan Byrne, or the Continental Airlines Arena.
Continental
in Jersey.
Airlines Arena, July 22nd.
Yeah.
Nassau, July 23rd
and
for the American Idol Tour.
They've added dates to that. I think we're coming back in the second week of September to do another date at Nassau and at the Meadowlands.
So the ticket sales are brisk.
Oh, they are just selling like hotcakes, and we like to think that, I have something to do with it.
Sure. Hey, how about now? You're born in Brooklyn. You still have a place in the Village, so you're back and forth between New York and L.A. now?
Yeah. Things have been so crazy. The band is doing a big-ass party in L.A. on the 28th, so y'all get your tickets because they're selling out. We're playing the Key Club right on the Sunset Strip.
Yeah, June 28th.
June 28th. It's going to be a West Coast CD release party. We're not, it's a party. We're not going to necessarily be. It's a party for us to all hang out
You'll be
and
there.
enjoy the music. I'll be there.
Definitely.
My friends will be there, and all the fans. So it'll be righteous. Come check it.
The self-titled CD out now. Pray for the Soul of Betty.
It's in the stores
on Koch
now.
Records, right?
Well, it's actually a Baby Julius Productions joint. That's our label. The Pray for the Soul of Betty record label. We did a distribution deal through Koch Records here in New York. Kept it, in the family, in the city, and they've been doing a great job of getting it out there for us, which is cool.
Constantine Maroulis from American Idol, his New York band, Pray for the Soul of Betty. For all the info on them, prayforthesoulofbetty.com, and since we are streaming via Q1043.com now, I will plug this CD release party once again. You're doing in L.A., the Key Club in L.A., June 28th, actually this Tuesday night. Go to thekeyclub.net for more info on that show. And now you're also doing the American Idol Tour as well. We talked about this before. Comes to New York for 2 shows, one at the Continental Airlines Arena, July 22nd, and July 23rd to Nassau Coliseum. More Nassau dates may be coming up, you said?
We have a great show for the fans with the Idols. Everyone is just rocking. We're starting rehearsals next week.
Do you have any idea what songs you will be soloing on? Or anything like that?
I do.
Yeah.
And you can expect big songs that I did on the show.
Okay.
One very big one in particular.
Cool.
So come out and check it out. Wear your royal blue, Betty and Constantine fans.
Hey,
so
actually,
I know where you are.
You signed some copies of the CD, so let's do that right now. Callers 25, 26, and 27 on the toll-free listener line, 1-888-872-1043. Pray for the Soul of Betty CDs, autographed by Constantine. So thank you, and good luck with everything, man.
Yeah, man.
Don't be a stranger. Come back here, will you?
I'll always come back. This is my home, and it always will be. No matter if I'm chilling in LA or not.
Don't forget to leave me a backstage pass when you're soloing at Giant Stadium.
Oh
okay?
my God, can you imagine? No problem, Jonathan. You got that. Thank you, everyone. I love you.